What's up guys, Danny James here, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you 7 seamless drill music video effects stroke transitions that you can do on Adobe Premiere. Let's jump into it.
Off in that cell block getting made. Fuck the jail and free my fucking dog. Man, the system race. Hey, I don't make it rapping, then it's right back to the base. We don't put guns on our stores. All my niggas fighting case. I might sign with White 100 cause I like blue face. This bitch must be on some crack or something if she think we date. I keep my 50 cause I shot at many men. If a nigga my plug then he Mexican. Told him stop calling me bro, nigga.
We have some footage here that you can work with. And the first one that we are working on is how to do a boomerang. Just find somewhere on your clip where there is some good movement. I suggest right here. I can see the artist's hands going up and down. Duplicate that clip and then cut off that segment that you want to repeat. Okay, it should go up to there, starting here. Just duplicate the section that you highlighted, and then on the duplicate go to speed, reverse that speed. Then to complete the boomerang, you need to end it with the footage that began it, which is the first clip. Put it at the end, and then if we watch it, yeah, looks good. Then you can come back to these 3 clips that you're using for the transition, highlight on them, go to speed, and then increase their speed just slightly around 140, 150. Then put the clips closer to each other, and now it should be a bit more faster.
Free my fucking dog, man. My fucking dog. Cell block getting made. Fuck the jail and free my fucking dog.
The second effect for this video is adding a low pass effect somewhere on your music video. Let's say it's somewhere like right here. I'll get my razor tool and then I'll cut the audio right here and right here. I'll put this audio right down. Just extend it for a frame or 2 to each sides. Go to your effects, look for a low pass, put it on the audio. So it should go something like this.
No, man, system race. Hey, I don't make it rapping, then it's right back. No, man, system race. Hey, I don't make it rapping, then it's right back to the base.
Yeah, that's really easy. The third effect will be to add lens flares and dot overlays. So I have this lens flare that I got from YouTube. Any resources that I'm going to mention in this video, I will link everything down below so that you can also access it. So just pick an in and out with your lens flares, pick an in and out, then just drag that subsection. We can give it a different label color so that you can differentiate it, and then go to your effects and change the blending mode to a screen. And then I usually recommend reducing the opacity just a little bit, anywhere 70-80 should be good. And now it really adds some depth and interest in your video.
We don't put guns on our stores. All my niggas fighting.
Okay, like this scene needs the lens flare, cuts right here, so I'll make a cut. Since this one ended right here, I'll bring the second part of the overlay of the lens flare here. You can already see without the lens flare. Okay, and then once we enable the lens flares, you can see just the layer of depth and interest that it adds. I also recommend trying my filmmattes from my shop. Just check out my Danny James filmmattes. Let me just drag one of them for you to see. I'll pick the number 9 and number 5, just something random. Okay, I'll just drag the video, put it on top. Just as they are, you can see they are constantly moving within the frame. My computer is kind of lagging, that's why you can see it clearly. But I'll go to my effect controls and change the blending mode to multiply, and immediately it also changes the vibe. Yeah, you can also combine that with the lens flare. Let me enable the layer of lens flare. Keep the lens flare below this matte so that it only affects the image inside.
Right back to the base. We don't put guns on our stores. All my niggas fighting case.
The fourth effect is more of a transition. I'm going to show you how to use a smooth mask transition. So what you want to do, you want to find a kind of a freeze frame whereby you can highlight on the subject. So we transition from this clip to this one. So just go to the beginning of the second clip, duplicate it. I'll right click and add a frame hold. That means we have a constant frame that doesn't change. I'll change the label color so that you can differentiate these. And then I'll go to the effect controls, go to opacity, click the pen tool, go to your program, double click to make it full screen, and I'll just draw a quick mask around the subject. Here's our mask. Now we can't really see what we've highlighted until we move this clip above this other one that was playing right before. So just cut anything that comes before that, and then you can extend these such that the video cuts from the first clip and then the freeze frame appears and then it goes on to the next video. Now I want us to add the transform effect on this clip. Since it has a mask, the transform effect won't respond well. Just right click and nest that, freeze frame, nest. Then go to your effects and look for a transform. Add the transform effect on that freeze frame. You can always click onto that nested clip and extend that freeze frame so that you have more room here. Inside here, go to the transform, disable using the composition shutter angle, put yours. Doesn't have to be a high number, just put something around 60. We just want a little blurring. Add position and scaling keyframes. Highlight and move those keyframes to the end. Since this is our last result, we can begin by scaling it up and then adjust the position value, send it to the right hand side, highlight on those keyframes, squeeze them to the left hand side. That way this freeze frame joins in like that. Okay, so it just comes in like that. Right at the center, you can move the position keyframe a bit to the left so that it comes to the left first before settling back to the center. Then you can highlight these keyframes for position and right click, put them on Bezier. That way they'll have a smoother transition. If you look at the graph, it's a bit more linear. And in case you have any issues with the blurriness, you can reduce the shutter angle. You can try 40 and then it becomes a bit more clear.
I like blue face. This bitch must be on some cracker song. If she think we date, I can't face. This bitch must be on some cracker song. If she think we date, I can't.
Up next is to use sound effects depending on the context. In this case, we have this clip right here. Let me just find it. I think it's this clip. Yeah, the one that we added this effect. Let me just cut it there. Okay, we have a b-roll of one of the artist's friends with a money spread. So just find a money counting machine. I also have it on my project bin, got it from YouTube. I will link it down below again. Like this, put an in and out and then just place it on the clip. Just cut it and you can add a default transition for constant power and then you can preview it. Okay, before you preview it, let me just hide video 2 and video 3 so that we can play it smoothly.
All my niggas fighting case. I might sign with white 100. I might sign with white 100.
Yeah, it's a really small detail which adds a huge impact to the video. I also have this subsection right here. The video goes like this. Okay, now you can see the director didn't add any gunshot effects, or the editor rather, in this scene. So I will go to my project bin and find some gunshot sounds. They will be linked down below. Okay, that one is good. Let me just put an in and out and then drop it on the timeline. Let's see. And then it can show just for that scene, and then you can cut it. And then you can just reduce the audio gain and put a default transition. Yeah, you can see it's just a small detail, but it really goes a long way. The sixth effect is really easy. Just follow my lead. Let's transition from this clip right here to the next one. Duplicate that clip going up. Then you want to grab the last few seconds of that clip. Go to your effects and then search strobe light. Drop it onto that clip. Let me change the label color. And then go to the effect controls. You can let it operate on color only for now, as I show you a different variation. Under the duration, if you put 0.5, the period has to be 2 times that value. So 0.5 is a really long time, so you can put 0.1 and then the period at 0.2. And then it should look like this. Let me extend the clip just a bit to the left. This value is a bit too slow, so put 0.05 on the duration and then put 0.10. Yeah, and then this one should be a bit more faster. And then on the strobe light, you can go to the random strobe probability and then just increase that value anywhere at around 20. It will randomize that outcome a bit better. Yeah, so you want something that flashes in like that. Then you can also add something onto this layer if you want some different variation. Go to your effects and look for a flip. Depending on your footage, you might choose a vertical flip or a horizontal flip. You can go back to the effect controls, put the flip above the strobe light, and then change the strobe to make the layer transparent, so it will flip between that clip during this transition. Something else that you can use to spice this transition, you can go to your effects and look for levels, put it onto that clip. On the levels, you can go to RGB gamma and increase the exposure like that. If you also have a glow effect, you can add it, but my processor will ban. So something like that, which goes on to the next clip. Now for the last tip that I was saving for this tutorial is how to add some smooth zoom transitions. The easiest way to pull off these smooth zoom transitions, you can visit my website at dannyjames.co, and then you can find the Danny James high energy transition presets, and then find the presets on your project bin, and then I will go to the energy transitions. I'll take the shaky zoom in, put it on the clip that you are transitioning into, then I'll put the shaky zoom out on the clip that precedes that, and then that way it should go something like this. Okay, that's super simple. I'll try one more, the rotation zoom out, put it on this clip, put rotation zoom in on the next clip, and it should go something like this. Yeah, it rotates with a very good zoom onto the next clip. And yeah, those are 7 very easy drill music video effects stroke transitions that you can try out on your next music video. If you gained value from this video, kindly give it a like so that it's recommended to other people with the same interest as you. I'm also running a sale for 5 presets which are essential for any director. You can check it out on my website. It's a limited time sale which is going to happen for a few weeks, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video. My name is Danny James. See you on the next one. Peace.